This is definitely Trace FM first with a hit. And you know me, man, I always keep my promises. You do not want to know who is in the studio. She goes by the name of Sharon Kioko.
Hi.
Hey, niaje?
Mzuri sana.
By the way, welcome to our offices and happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to you.
Ulipotea ukikuja huku?
Nilipanda boda tukafika Naivasha kidogo. Nikasema viewpoint. So I looked at my future nikasema wa have somewhere to be.
Ziko wapi shuka, ziko wapi nyama choma, as in come on.
Ndakupatia ziko downstairs.
Ziko hapo?
Siwezi ingia nazo hapa. Simesema no foods and drinks allowed.
So for most people wakisikia Sharon Kioko, the first thing that comes to mind is the Whine Down. But Sharon ametoka wapi?
That's a very interesting question. I feel like it depends on what stage of my life you met me at. But yes, nowadays when most people hear Sharon Kioko, they hear the Whine Down.
Yeah.
But I existed before the Whine Down. I had a whole other career, which I still do. I started out in the creative industry as a photographer, and then slowly grew as a creative director for different shoots, different what are they called, projects.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, why not try this events things?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're still a creative director?
The creation never dies. It's inside you.
Always.
Yeah.
You can also see it.
I was born in Nairobi Hospital. That's what I know.
Yeah.
Where was I born? I think Zimmerman. If I'm not wrong, my parents lived in Zimmerman.
Yeah.
I was born in Nairobi Hospital.
Yeah.
Grew up in Donholm. Then eventually I became an adult and I started perambulating Nairobi.
Hey, there we go. By the way, if you have any questions for the lovely Sharon, please send them through on 0722915953. Na najua maswali mob zimeanza kuja.
All of them are accustomed to privilege and all these things.
Yeah.
Coming for women and thinking that us seeking safety or us looking for measures in which we can support each other, create spaces that are for us and work for us, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. If a man goes ahead and they want to start I don't know what they'll call it.
Yeah.
But if they go ahead and do it, I'm sure they'll get the support that they need.
Yeah.
So all I ask from them is to either take time to understand the reason and not to take it personally or feel like it's coming from a point of exclusion. No, it's not. It's just women wanting to have a good time, and sometimes once a month or once every often without you.
And we always have a good time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. So the Whine Down. Yeah. How did you come to think of it? As in ulikuwa umeketi wapi ukasema, by the way, I need to create a safe space for women. Yeah.
Okay, I was sitting under a tree.
Ooh.
And then an apple fell on
your head.
And then I beat it, and then I was like, wow, Isaac Newton. No, that's not what happened. For some reason, I was at my friend's bookstore. It's called Cheche Bookstore in Lavington. I was at Cheche, and I was sitting and I was like, wow, I do enjoy going for Sherehes.
Yeah.
And why not get into that and see what that can look like and curation of that space. And I owe it to can I call them my predecessors? Those before me.
Yeah.
Those who started Strictly Silk, Njeri and Akati. We have other organizations that had other spaces that were only they were exclusive to everyone else, but had women in them. We had Because Women by Nigelhack. And the fact that I existed in those spaces, I was around people who could think like that. I was like, why not make this into something that I can do?
Yeah.
Did it start as the Whine Down? No.
Oh. How did it start?
It started as me wanting people who want to hang out with each other and me coming to a space and having cocktails.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so when was this first time you had people to come and have cocktails with you? When was the first time that happened?
I think it was 3rd February last year. Yeah, it was called Drinks with Kiosks.
Oh, wow. Then it went to the Whine Down.
And then eventually speaking to someone who I really love and look up to, we decided, why not make it something grander than it is and give it a name and let it run and just see where that goes.
Yeah.
Did I see the future happening that fast? I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
But it just snowballed and became something that I look at, and I feel like on most days I'm proud of it. On other days it's a child, I want to strangle it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But this is where we are thus far.
Nimeambia nikuambia uache kusema you are seated down under a tree. Useme tu ulikuwa una medi. Sijui nani amesema hivyo. Anaitwa what's his name? Wait, Kevin. Sema tu ulikuwa una medi chini ya mti. Usiogope.
Kevin, you're projecting.
Yeah.
That is what I'll say.
Thank you, Kevin. By the way, tunakucheki sana.
Yeah.
So, you decided to have the first proper wind down. How was that?
How was it? Can I describe? I was quite anxious. I feel like every edition I'm anxious, but I was anxious. I remember we were trying to just get about 200 people to show up.
Yeah.
We ended up having, I think, almost 500.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we had to tell people, please don't come. People were not listening. People were like, why not? Why are you trying to stop the reggae?
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up having sold out the space. I didn't know. There's so many things I hadn't thought of.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine. We are here. Let's go. Let's just do what we need to do. But I remember looking, not even having time to stand and look around and just be like, oh my gosh, because I was everywhere. I was just like, and eventually I think maybe a week later, that's when I had time to just take it all in.
So most guys normally say that women do not like each other. They always like bashing each other.
Yeah.
Until you attend the wind down. As in the love there is crazy, the support, like guys are there for each other. Did you ever think that the space would also bring women together like that? Or was it just, let's just have women, safe space, we have fun, and then we go home?
I think it started from the first edition when everyone was being friendly to each other. And it's people talking, people learning each other's names, someone coming alone and living there with a group of 5 friends.
That's true.
Yeah, like you go there, like people DM, they're like, oh my gosh, my friends are not there. Will I still come? I'm like, imagine, just come.
People is
It's you.
I have met, I think, more than 30 people and we're now cool people.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like when people say women don't get along or women bash each other, I feel like any group of people, there's always people who won't get along. But when it comes to having the intention to get along with people, meet people, network with people, I feel like women do that so well, so easily.
Yeah.
And it's calm, yeah.
So what's the plan for the wind down? In 2023, you're just a year old and you've accomplished so much in that 1 year.
Yeah. What's the plan? Thank you. What's the plan? We want to get better. I feel like when I look at the loopholes that I've missed or the things that I haven't done, I feel like the wind down is that space where I can get to creatively explore, listen to the audience, grow, keep pushing for. The space is intentionally to help not only the audience with networking, but also the artists and our performers. Yeah, because it gets hard for our DJs to go out there and start battling for spaces. And I was like, imagine with the wind down, you don't have to compete with other people. If you're a woman or someone who doesn't identify as a man and you want to have access to a space, have your art recognized, do your thing, the wind down is there for that.
That's true.
When it comes to pushing the agenda of women just killing it and other humans who are non-men and just having the space grow and pushing also the agenda for safety, because people ignore the fact that we could easily go anywhere and women are more likely to be harassed, assaulted, and just having that space grow, having fun.
Well, that's a very important thing right there, especially having such a space and having an event like this. I think I can call it big because it impacts a lot of people.
Jojo.
So what are some of the challenges, the biggest challenges you've faced?
I think the one challenge, the hugest, is you realize you need money to do a lot.
Yeah.
Like you can have the vibes, you can have the motivation, you can have the intention, but we live in a very capitalistic world where if you don't have the means to achieve certain things, your networks can only get you so far. So trying to raise capital, trying to show people that this is why the space is necessary. People think that just because the space exists, they don't know what happens behind the doors. People think, okay, I paid $1,000 for the ticket, give me the experience. We're still undercharging. We're still trying to make connections with different brands who can sponsor us and just have people who see the vision, because it takes a lot when it comes to the finances. It takes a lot to be able to wake up and be like, okay, and then you have to meet your artists at their cost. You can't also nili. You have to think about the security, you have to think about the location, you have to think about all these things. These things cost money. It's not me walking to my friend's house and being like, hey, I'm coming with people. No. Another challenge is having to take on it's responsibility for the team, thinking about everyone being in your hands. You're like, what? Yeah, it's crazy. Just having to reach people, grow. I can't not be grateful. I can't say like, oh my gosh, the challenges are that many, but it's taken a lot to push through and keep going. And so many businesses have bled out during the initial stages, but we've been fortunate enough to get this far and still hold on and still grasp and be like, we're going, we're not gonna give up, in spite of trying to rake up money, trying to rake up all these things. But at the end of the day, it feels worth it. It feels worth it.
So of course it's not easy having such an event or planning it. Which edition would you say made you feel, you know what, I do not want to do this again, I am done?
Oh my god. When did I feel like that? I think after the June edition.
Where was the location?
I cannot disclose that.
I'm sorry, I remember. Okay,
yeah, but after the June edition, I remember being so broken down. No, that was hard. That was hard because in spite of it just being an event, there's so many energies the team not only has to take on, I have to take on, and still be level-headed and still think and still find a way that the Whine Down can keep going, because we owe it to our audience and all these things. So it feels like it's the weight of the world sometimes, and just making that work. I can't explain it, but after the June edition, I remember I was a sneeze away from giving up. What? A sneeze. Imagine, last year.
Trust me, haungekuwa na case online, because everyone will be on your case. And which is the best?
Which is the best? Ooh, my favorite.
I
think I have... I'd say the July edition was my favorite, because now after that, low.
So the other one...
the high was high, and... I can't even explain. I think the June edition was my favorite one, and also the May edition last year. But top of the list when I think of how I felt after the July edition. Oh wow. It felt very, very affirming. It felt affirming to know that people still support us, people would still show up, people want us to keep going, and it wasn't for nothing. That was it.
What would you tell the whiners? Because there's a name, there's a proper name. The whiners.
Whiners.
What would you like them to know?
First of all, other than being grateful and just appreciating the support, I want them to know that they're amazing. What? I don't think there's a community that feels more sacred than the Whine Down community. People who constantly show up. We have an audience, like, regardless of which edition, there's a number of people who will show up. And they'll be like, we don't care about the theme, we don't care about what's happening, we're going to show up. So other than me being grateful, other than them being the reason why the team keeps going, why we wake up, why Whine Down is still standing, I just want them to know that they're loved, and the intention behind the Whine Down is to keep growing and creating this space for people, and to just we got you.
Amazing. So as much as it's not easy for you, it started off as a dream, and now the dream is a reality. And I think I've attended most of them apart from two, the Halloween one and the first one.
You didn't attend the Halloween one?
No.
I didn't see you there, but all the others I've seen you there.
All of them. I am a proper whiner.
You're a whiner.
And in every edition, the crowd gets bigger and bigger. How does it feel to be a co-founder, a director of such an event where women come through even the worst editions, yeah even the worst ones, the next ones, guys still come, and they come more every single time. How does it feel to have such people behind you?
What?
No, such ladies behind you.
Because we not only cater to ladies, but such humans, such amazing humans. Sometimes I will not lie to you, it feels like I can take on anything. Like that day I wake up and I'm like, corruption, here I come. You feel person of steel. I'm like, what? Sometimes I feel like the world is my oyster and I can do whatever I want. But then there are days when reality hits you and it's like, is it? Calm down. But it feels like it's a ton of responsibility to them. One, for giving their trust. So, and that's something that's not given easily. Kenyans don't give trust easily. Kenyans will go somewhere and then they don't feel the vibe. They're like,
nah,
bye.
Thank you, see ya.
But these are people who've given us so much grace to keep going and just letting us have that freedom to keep creating and working with other people. So it feels nice.
Yeah,
it feels very nice.
I think so. And you don't do this alone.
No,
you have a whole team behind you.
I have a crazy team. I have a team that keeps growing, expanding, changing. I have a team. And even some of the people who help out are not even part of the team. But there are people who I can count on every edition, who I can call on, who are always texting me. They're like, whatever I need, we got you. So
the next edition, this is the first one this year, right?
This is our first.
This is the first one in 2023. Can you give us some dates about it?
For 2023, we are going. I have to start from the beginning. Actually, I had a type out. I just read it, but we have the amazing Victoria Kimani.
Oof.
She's back in the country. Oof. I will not say if she came for me or the Whine Down, but yes, Victoria Kimani is back in Kenya. I think this is the first time post-COVID she's here. She's not had a show here since COVID. And she was like, she's down for it. She's ready to perform and she's ready to re-enter the market and just see what Kenyans have been up to. And once we posted it, the reaction to it was amazing. People were like, what?
It was a surprise.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I kept it a secret for a minute.
Hey, how did you even hold on to that? Because that's like some exciting.
I tell you, I was calling people. I'm like, guess.
Hey.
There are like 5 people who I snitched to. I was like, guess. I couldn't keep it in. I was excited. It felt like Christmas. I was like, guess who's our main performer? But yes, and then our second performer is the amazing Rosa, the only Rosa. Do you know Rosa?
She is amazing.
May I tell you?
She has a beautiful voice.
She has a beautiful voice. She's an amazing human. I first met Rosa's music through a friend, and it was a moment that we both needed music that we can listen to, and she introduced me to Rosa. Thank you, Natasha. And I was like, who is this? And she's like, she's Kenyan. I was like, what? So I feel like I connected with Rosa's music way back when, and to be able to sit down and be like, Rosa, I want to book you for a show, like that felt unreal. It felt beyond unreal, and I'm excited to have her on board and to watch her perform live again and again. So we have Rosa, we have our amazing Kaneda. DJ, if you don't know who Kaneda is, please do better in life. Do better in life. But we have someone who I can confidently call a friend, who's an amazing DJ, very talented. She's a music engineer. She's like, Canada is you need to meet Canada.
She's truly amazing.
So we have Canada. She's gonna be one of our DJs. We have Ziggy. Ziggy is making her comeback into the music world with she used to DJ, and she's one of the co-founders of Strictly Silk. So Ziggy went on a break, and then now she's like, I'm ready to come back, and I'm ready to kill it. She has a show on Friday, and she has the Whine Down on Saturday. Come through and support Ziggy. We have Baby on the Island. Baby on the Island moved to Kilifi a few years back, but she's here and she's gonna be making her debut at the Whine Down. And then we have DJ Girlfriend. DJ Girlfriend made her first appearance in December.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's coming back again. So yeah, that's our full lineup.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we have our MC who's gonna be Sheila Kwamboka, aka Kwambox.
She is one of the best.
Yes. So we have Kwambox who's gonna be holding it down, making sure the crowd stays hype.
Yeah.
And then what else? I don't know if Canada wants me to tell you this, but for those who are gonna purchase tickets or show up for this next edition, we have a couple of surprise acts lined up.
Stop.
I won't say one, I won't say two, I won't say three, maybe even 6.
No.
Yes.
See, utaniambia tu.
Nasikia ni kama ukuje tu because we want people to, we also want to show people the lineup that is coming this year. Very big on supporting Kenyan music, very big on supporting Kenyan artists, and just having people come through and vibe.
Yeah.
And not only there's somebody called Fena Gitu. Fena is not only my friend, but Fena came for Whine Down and has never left. Fena texted me in January. When is Whine Down? Fena reminds me when Whine Down is more than I remember.
Yeah.
So we create the space for artists to also meet each other, network, get to work together, and get to experience each other outside that. But yes.
So if we have humans who want to showcase their art or products, is there still room for them to come through?
Yes, we have over 48 hours for people to come through.
Yeah.
So they can email us on the Whine Down, ke@gmail.com, with whatever opportunities they want to exploit at the Whine Down, and we'll reach out to them and just have a conversation. What else? There's something. Oh yeah, for this edition, please come dressed in theme.
There's some people who do not follow
I think when you look at the crowd, you find like 2 or 3 people.
But first of all, how do you even come up with these themes? Masamanga too, by the next month, and I'm by all white.
Yes.
How do you, just like that?
I sit under a tree again. But I think I also look at what people haven't exploited or people haven't gone for. And for this one, I wanted it to just feel colorful and magical and just have it to be that night, that uns night. So we went to the neon night edition. So it's gonna be full of color and glowing, and we just want people to come in outfits that reflect that.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Yes. Aki, Jojo Kibare bila. I'll be the one to tell you.
I only have black and white clothes, but let me tell you. Since I started attending the Whine Down, my wardrobe is becoming inakaa vizuri by then. And after Saturday, it's Saturday, sindio?
Yes.
I think it's going to look even more beautiful. Now, I'm pretty sure we have some listeners who are hearing of the Whine Down for the first time.
Yes.
So how can they purchase tickets? And how does it go down?
They can reach us. We have a site, a shop. It's the winedown.hustlesasa.shop. Or when you go to any of our social media pages, when you type the Whine Down Kenya or the Whine Down KE, you should find us. We should find us, and there's links in bio that will redirect you to getting tickets. Or if you get so lost and you're not a woman in tech or a person in tech, just DM us and we'll guide you on how to purchase the tickets. Purchase 10, 20, 50.
As many.
Yeah, as many as you can. I think the VIP tickets are about to sell out. In the morning, the team said we have 6 left. For the advanced tickets, those ones also moving pretty fast. So if someone does not changamka,
chelewa utapata
mwana si wako.
And unfortunately, we're coming to the end of this amazing interview. Do you have any last words for us?
Yes, I do. I look forward to seeing most people who come for the Whine Down, and I feel like it feels so sacred to not only be a part of the space, watch it grow, and have an amazing team, an amazing community. I feel like that in itself is rewarding. And I look forward to having everybody come. And I feel like when you come to the space, you get introduced to these artists who are doing amazing things. You get to see Karun live, you get to see Fena live. Fena, who's about to release her album. Have you seen those details?
No.
Fena is releasing her album next weekend. There's a listening. She has a gig. It's a listening party.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a soft launch for her album, and she wants people to come through. And you see, like when you come to the Whine Down, you get to see these spaces. When you come to the Whine Down, you realize one of our partners and one of our supporters is Blankets and Wine.
Yeah.
So you get to even diversify what you know about the entertainment industry in Kenya and who you know and what you see. So I'm grateful for the whiners, our partners, our performers, people who hold it down like Hustle Sasa. We have Little Cub who have always come through, Natural Organics, and just everybody who takes time, our location hosts, everyone who takes time to just make sure the stream grows.
True.
Yeah.
And one thing guys might not know, hi Roy, is that the Whine Down, from the security to the mixologists to every service that's offered, females, right?
It's just people who don't identify as men. And so far we've had all women who have been participants in those roles, and we're grateful that we can offer jobs to people,
That's true.
Yeah, because even one of our security personnel is somebody who lost her job, and she was like, thanks for holding it down. I've been getting gigs thanks to the Whine Down. We just create that space where women don't have to compete and just come through, or as long as you identify as a non-man and you're like, I want this, I need this, if it's possible, why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm grateful. At least, thank you for having me. What?
Hey,
Jojo?
Yes, I have Sharon on Women's Day. And was it intentional to have this edition during the week of Women's Day? Am I the two coincidence?
What? We do research. We are researchers. Yes, it was quite intentional to have it this weekend after International Women's Day, because it's the first weekend after. If the 8th was on Saturday, that would have been more phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like, the weekend after makes sense, just so that we not only celebrate people who celebrate International Women's Day, but also just recognize the fact that a good majority of the people come to our space are women, and we want to show them that we love them, and we want, and there's gonna be surprises for this edition.
Akiacha.
Me niko serious.
Acha.
Okay, you don't know, you might even get a discount for the next edition. There's so much happening, so much.
I'm sold. I'm always sold.
You have your ticket. Do you have your ticket?
I'll get it on Saturday.
I'll give you one ticket. One ticket.
Less.
If you want more, you will have to perform.
Sharon, do you know me?
You'll grab the mic.
Hey.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming through. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
See you on Saturday and the rest of the non-men. That's how you...
Yeah, it's just say non-men. They understand. Yeah.
All right. And guys, please support the Whine Down. Follow, like, show up, and show up dressed in the theme.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Joe.